Hey guys, welcome back to the 507 Girls, your local college podcast based in Mankato, Minnesota.
Heyo,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
we're back again. Maddie and Gretchen, Gretchen and Maddie. Who's who? You'll never know. Anyways, we are sitting here today at the lovely 507, and we are recording our second episode.
Oh my God, it's so exciting.
Oh my God.
If you guys didn't watch the first episode, definitely go back and watch that. We talked a lot about the drinking scene in Mankato. We played a little truth or drink. We spilled a little spicy tea.
Ooh.
It was a good episode for sure. We also announced a concert giveaway winner, so you definitely want to go check that out.
Oh my God, Beyonce.
It was Beyonce tickets.
I love
So
Beyonce. When I was in high school, I stole her CD twice.
what? From where?
Target. Because, oh my God, I totaled my car. I hit a deer. And sorry, we're jumping right into it. I hit a deer and totaled my car. And my dad went, and he was the only one that was there to clean out my car. I don't know why I wasn't invited. It's okay, I'm over it.
Oh,
But prior to hitting the deer, I stole a Beyonce CD from Target. So what's that called when you're like addicted to stealing things?
oh my God! Isn't it like a klepto, like
Klepto.
kleptomaniac,
Those are
right?
my, yeah, this is
I'm
my,
googling it because I don't want to sound stupid.
no, it is. Or klepto is fire. Pyro is fire. Klepto is,
Kleptomaniac. It's the
yeah,
recurrent episodes of compulsive stealing. Yeah, I knew
yeah.
that from The Sims because that was a trait that you could make your Sims. They could be a kleptomaniac and they would just steal shit all the time.
Yeah, so this is back in my klepto days, and I went to Target, stole the CD, totaled my car, but didn't get it from my old car, so I wasn't gonna buy it
You had to go back.
because she wasn't putting it on Apple or Spotify at the time.
What album was that?
It was
Lemonade?
yes.
Oh yeah,
So I had to steal it for a second time.
nice. I
And
love that we're admitting to this on the podcast.
I also believe I stole another one for my friend.
So three.
I think I stole three total. Because I still have the CD, so I know that I stole the second one,
Oh my
but I'm
God,
almost positive I stole three of them. It's
nice.
it's Target.
Why was it
Sorry,
CDs? Why were you getting CDs even at that time?
because they
You,
weren't on Apple Music or Spotify.
you just said that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and you would have to go and like buy the album if you wanted it on your iTunes.
Oh, come
And
on.
I've
You couldn't
been
use like LimeWire or something. We were just talking about LimeWire. It had to have been somewhere.
probably, but it was so easy. I
It's
had
a
a CD
resort.
player in my car.
Okay. You just resorted to stealing.
Yeah, it was in my klepto era. I
Yeah,
don't.
love it. Klepto era. My sister went through a phase like that too. You know where she would
Oh,
target the most? Bath and Body Works.
ew.
Why? Ew.
It's so.
Do you not like Bath and Body?
It's not my favorite place. I don't like candles.
Oh,
Well,
what the
like I like candles, but I don't buy them for myself ever. And the only reason I have candles is because my ex-boyfriend gave me them for two separate occasions, and he gave me like four at a time for some reason.
why do men think that girls just love candles?
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't like them. I also, okay, I have a thing against Bath and Body Works too because I have sensory issues big time.
Oh,
Big time.
it's too smelly in there, huh?
Okay, that and I fucking hate lotion. I hate it.
What? Really? Why?
I hate it so
I don't,
bad.
okay, I don't like scented lotion. Like, if I'm putting lotion on, it needs to not be scented. I need to just be like fucking moisturizing my fucking skin. Like, I'm
Oh,
not,
it's not the smell, it's the feel.
oh, I hate it on my hands.
I hate it all everywhere.
It
The
makes
only
it clammy and gross, but I like it like on my legs after you shave. Like,
yeah, the only reason I do it is if I'm gonna wear a dress.
you're probably ashy as
Oh,
hell.
I need to shave my legs.
Yeah, you do. God damn. And then
Don't
put some
look.
lotion on after too, while you're at
Uh,
it.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest. We were drinking Borgs this morning.
Because we do have Borgs. We have baby Borgs now here at the 507.
Oh, they're so cute. They're little
And they're
quarter
so good.
Borgs. We were drinking the Soldier Borg.
Soldier Borg up in it.
Yeah, and then we had an ambassador meeting here, and within that time frame, we finished our Borg, and it was originally for the podcast.
Yeah, we were gonna show them to you guys, but
But now we're back to mojitos.
yeah,
So,
maybe next episode. But definitely check out the 507 Instagram if you guys want to see pictures of them or anything. We got it on there. So
and honestly, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, no, they're gas. But since we've been so busy this morning, we almost forgot to start out our episode with our tradition here of taking a shot at the beginning of every episode.
Yeah.
So, what are we drinking today, Maddie? What's this right here?
Oh my God. Oh my God. We got Campo Bravo tequila.
Tequila, tequila. You really just didn't pour my shot? That was rude.
Oh my God. I didn't. Sorry.
I like how you actually thought that was like rude. Like, oh my God, I needed to do that. Like, I could have done it. I suck at straight hard alcohol. You guys saw me with the whiskey last week. Tequila's like not much better.
It's just
Actually-
a little baby.
Okay, I like my mixy shots. I love my cherry bombs.
Oi, oi, oi. It's time for tequila.
Okay, so Maddie's gonna do the classic salt and lime, and I'm just gonna take it and chase with lemonade because I can't. Tequila makes me cry. I need to chug like immediately. But I haven't tried this tequila, so we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the whiskey. I'll give it a little rating at the end because I've been taking like rail tequila shots at the bar.
Oh.
I know, and it makes me want to die. I know this is
real?
like nice. Maddie already loves it. She's already taken like 5 shots.
Not everyone needs to know that. I'm already a Borg deep and 5 shots of tequila deep.
Okay, so anyway, I guess let's just do it. I'm scared. I'm sorry. Okay.
10 out of 10, easy. That's my rating. It's been my rating since this morning.
I'm shaking.
She's
My
heavy
eyebrow already.
breathing. She is heavy breathing. You're shaking.
That was hard for me.
Oh my
what
God,
is
Kenzie
that?
B.
Kenzie feature.
Kenzie, tell our people what it is.
Tell the audience what this is.
So
Slide in a little more.
coming.
Be
So
careful.
Isaiah made got us a new gin that I suggested we get,
Yeah.
and it's colored with butterfly pea flower tea. So it reacts with the acidity of like a lemon because of the pH. So it turns from blue to a light purple. So I made this drink I saw on the internet with it, and I thought we could all try it together.
Oh my God, yes, let's do it. This tequila actually is really good. I'm just not a good shot taker at all. You guys are gonna learn that really hard. But this actually is really good. That doesn't taste like rail. Like it's yummy. That's a good tequila.
Do you like tequila, Kenzie?
I used to.
Oh no, what happened?
I made poor decisions when I was a teenager, and I vomited tequila out of my nose.
Well, tequila makes your clothes fall off, so. Sometimes you just gotta vomit tequila out your nose. I don't know.
Tequila may not always be the answer, but it's worth a shot.
Oh. Okay, so you're saying that this reacts because of something?
With a pH, yeah. Don't really know science behind it.
I'm gonna try it.
We're gonna be engineers. We're drunk engineers.
I love them still. We shouted them out on the last one. Still my favorite.
Kenzie's a drunk engineer with this drink, to be honest.
That's my favorite type of engineer.
Is that just straight gin?
Nope.
Oh, I was like, dude,
Gin,
I'm
lemon juice and champagne.
I was like, I'm gonna have an experience all over again.
It's very refreshing.
It's
Definitely tastes like champagne. Yeah.
No, yeah,
I'm
that's.
not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it either. Bye, Kenzie.
Bye, Kenzie B. Moving on from Kenzie B.
I say, let's talk about graduation.
Oh yeah, it just happened here.
It did. So it's a Monday, and everybody just graduated either on Friday or Saturday. So that's.
And we both graduated like a year ago.
But yeah, no, graduation was definitely crazy. This was the year that I was supposed to graduate, but I graduated a year early.
See,
So
that was the thing for me. I was
Mhm.
supposed to graduate when you graduated, but
Yeah,
I
in the
graduated a
spring.
semester early.
yeah, so like everybody that graduated this last weekend was like all my friends, like everybody I went to school with and all my high school friends and stuff that came here, and I was low-key getting FOMO because everybody was taking like the best pictures.
I was just gonna say, I saw that on your story and you posted your graduation picture. You're like, I felt left out.
I felt left out as hell, dude, because I graduated alone. Like I didn't have a single person with me graduating that I knew and was like good friends with. Like when we were like sitting in the warehouse waiting to walk, I was literally just standing there like this. Like there was not a single person I knew to talk to. All my friends graduated together and like took such good, like high quality graduation pictures. And I didn't take anything. I had like one person come with me with my phone and like just flicked me up.
That's basically what I had. My parents had rented out a hotel suite down the street,
Oh, that's
and we took them on like the patio there, and honestly, they turned out really good.
Yeah, I didn't-
But
Mine were okay. I was just like, fuck, I wish I had a bunch of friends to go and take
I know
quality graduation pictures with. I didn't.
I didn't have any like with people in caps and
Yeah.
gowns other than at the actual graduation that like my college posted. The one where you're lining up and you're like writing down how your name's phonetically spelled
Yeah.
and like that area
I was-
in the gym.
Yeah, I always have to cross my last name out on that shit and write Breezy, Breeesy or ZY because nobody understands my last name is pronounced Breezy.
Yeah, I have that problem.
Yeah.
Maddie Anderson.
No, you don't.
Well, actually, I got nervous with like my full name because I want my full name on things that are important to me. So I was like Madeline, but a lot of people, I spell my name how Madeline's pronounced, but a lot of people named Madeline spell it Madeline, which is
Mhm.
Madeline.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if they say Madeline, I'm gonna be upset.
Right. Yeah. That's how I felt too. I was like, if they pronounce my last name wrong, somebody did that. Like, I think it was my high school graduation. No, it wasn't. It was something like really important. Maybe
Mm.
like sports in high school or something. They said my last name wrong, and I was mad.
How did they say it? Brizey?
Everyone says Brees.
Brees?
Briese. Brees. It's
I've always-
German, so it's Breesy.
Oh.
Breesy.
Breezy. I took 4
Breezy.
years of German.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, Gretchen's a pretty German name, isn't it?
Yeah.
God.
Hello. Wie geht es dir?
What did that mean? Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Hallo, ik heiße Maddie.
Say Gretchen Breezy in like German accent.
Gretchen Breezy.
What the?
I'm not German. I just took 4 years of it.
You just sounded German as hell. I'm German
Well,
ass.
like Gretchen Breezy. I don't know. Oh my God. I thought okay. When I was in German and in high school, I got a minor at school. And one of the main stories from that day was I threw up during my German class, but I like went to the bathroom. But as I was asking to go to the bathroom, you got to say it in German. So I'm like, this is my friend Maddie likes this story because she likes to tell me the story. And she's like, you stood up to hair because Mr. does hair and we just like hair. And he's like, what's that? I was like, darf ich bitte zu der Toilette gehen?
What did you just say?
That's can I go to the bathroom in German?
But you said it like that.
Yes. And I was like, darf ich bitte zu der Toilette gehen? And he's like, uh-huh. I went to the bathroom and he was my favorite teacher at the time. And I went and I threw up during my 3rd hour German class. And then
Wait, why did you puke?
because I was drunk.
You were drunk at school?
Hammered.
Oh my God, that's fucking wild. I actually want to hear more about this. I've always heard people that went to school drunk. I just could never comprehend.
This was the only time I ever did it. This is the day before spring break, and I was supposed to go to Mexico the next day with Maddie, the girl I'm talking about, like in the German class.
Yeah.
And we're going with my family. So I don't know who, well, it was my idea, but I don't know why anyone agreed to it. I was just like, oh my God, what if we got drunk the day before? And then my friends were like, yeah, but only one other girl followed through on it. And then one other girl came, but she didn't drink anything. She just smoked weed. And so the one other girl that actually got drunk with me, she handles her alcohol in a very different way that I do. And
Oh, God.
in my way, I'm pretty good at it.
I would
And-
agree to that.
And I'm not confirming anything because honestly, I was hammered. I would have totally, like, if I only would have gotten caught, that would have made complete sense. This girl, though, that I was drinking with, this is why I think I got caught, was that she, first of all, she fell out of her chair in one of her classes. She fell out of her chair in one of her classes. And then in the lunchroom, she was like throwing shit and like threw a fork or something. These were the rumors at the time. I honestly don't even know if these are true, but these 2 girls that are a year older than us allegedly like went and told someone about it. Like, hey, I think they were drinking this morning during my 4th hour that I had with my like now current best friend, Gabby.
Yeah.
So this is an hour after my German class. I go to math class with Gabby. We have a test that day and
When you're
Gabby-
drunk.
I'm hammered. I'm hammered. So Gabby's sitting right next to me and we have a sub that day. That's important. And we go and we start the test and I'm so drunk. And I'm looking over at Gabby. I go, you got to help me cheat on this. I don't know why. I thought taking a math test drunk would be good,
Oh,
but
no, never been able to read it.
uh-huh. Yeah, I also took an English quiz that day. I used to carry that one around in my backpack for the longest time. I got 3 out of 15 on it. And it was vocab and grammar and spelling. I was like, that's crazy. Anyways,
Oh my
so
God.
so Gabby's sitting next to me. I'm trying to cheat off her. We have the sub. The office lady, let's call her
Christine.
Julie.
Okay.
Julie. I think Julie's a good name for her.
Yep.
She comes up into my class and she's like, is Maddie Anderson here today? And in my class is also one of my guy friends. And he goes, no, she's not here today. And he knows I'm drunk. And he looks at me and he turns around and he goes, get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, oh my God. No, I'm like, I can't. I'm like, what do I do? I'm like, I'm not one of these people. I don't usually do this. I don't really know what to do.
Oh
I'm not
my
just gonna leave.
God.
And I continue to take my math test. And I'm sitting still next to Gabby and clearly cheating off of her. Like I'm like
Right.
talking to her, I'm
Right.
whispering in her ear, I'm looking over at her paper. And so the sub comes over and she's like, you two need to separate like now. So Gabby moves up and little did I know I was still on the first page. So on the first page, you write your name. And the sub looks at my paper and she goes, you're Maddie Anderson.
Oh no.
And I go, no.
It's right there. No, that's not me.
I go, no. I'm like, and then I like give it a second. I go, I'll go after I take my test. I'm like, I'll go to the office after I take my test. Like, just let me take the test. I'll be done. I'll go after it. And she's like, she didn't know what to do with me. She had no
Right.
idea. So she goes and she gets the science teacher. It's in like the same pot as us. And the science teacher like comes and looks in our classroom and I'm like, oh fuck. And now that guy that vouched for me is looking back at me more and he's like, you gotta go. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I am so drunk. And
It's so fucked up. I literally can't even imagine being drunk in my high school for like a day.
I know it was obviously it was fun. So I then just continued to take my test and all of a sudden Julie, that's her name.
All right, yeah, yeah.
She comes back up to her classroom and she looks right at me and she's like, come on, Maddie, it's time to go. And I'm like, oh fuck. And at the time I'm 16. So I'm wearing a stupid, ugly little Vineyard Vines shirt.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
It's so cold in Vineyard Vines.
But it was a baby blue Vineyard Vines shirt. And also, okay, so that morning, the girl that just smoked,
Oh yeah, I
don't-
forgot about her.
I don't agree with this. However, so we drank at this girl's house who lived directly next to the school. So we were just going to walk there.
Yeah.
But I don't even really remember doing this. But the girl who smoked, I actually figured this out last year that she was even with us that day.
Oh my God.
Because somehow my car ended up at the school. But
Yeah.
I was always just kind of convinced I drove it across the street. But figured out like last year that she drove to Starbucks that morning and drove us there. And then on the way back, she parked my car at the school and down my baby blue Vineyard Vine shirt, I got purple or the pink passion fruit tea all down the front of it.
Literally, I know how bad that shit is red because I work at
Oh,
Starbucks. Like, shut up.
I know.
Passion fruit tea.
I know. On my way downstairs with Julie, she's like, so what's all over your shirt? And I'm like, oh, it came out of the laundry like this.
Oh, shut up. You literally
I
could
know.
have said anything else.
I know.
Like
I go,
Starbucks this morning.
I go, honestly, I don't know. It just kind of came out of the laundry like this. I'm like, why would I have put it on? I don't know. Why would I have worn it to school? I don't know. But my answer was it came out of the laundry like this. I remember everything from starting the math test on. Stuff before that gets a little hazy.
That's
but
hilarious.
math test on, I remember all of it. And so she brings me down to our police liaison's office and I sit down in his office and he's like, so there's a rumor that a lot of kids before school today were all drinking screwdrivers. And dead ass, I look at him, I go, what the fuck is a screwdriver? He was like, that's beside the point. I was like, okay, but what is the point? And he's like, were you drinking today before school? And I was like,
Water?
Ooh. And as I sat down in his office, I had one of those black matte Starbucks cups. He goes, "I'll take that." I go,
Why?
"Oh, it's just water." But
Was there
okay.
just water in it?
It was. It
Good,
was just
good,
water.
good, good. Dude, I would have been livid.
I didn't
I'll
actually
take my
drink.
Starbucks cups.
I didn't actually drink at school. I drank before school,
Oh,
but I drank a lot before school.
right. Dude,
And
was that like fucking 7 in the morning? You're sitting there getting wasted at like 7 in the morning?
yeah.
What the fuck?
And my mom was on to me too. She was like, "How did you leave for school at 7 a.m. and yet I got a call saying you're late?" And I'm like,
Right.
well, because I told her I was going to like breakfast or something with my friends. And she was not convinced. So she's texting me and she's actually legitimately asking me, like, "Are you drunk or something?" I go, "Why would you say
Oh,
that?"
that's funny. You tweaked in that moment. You tweaked for
Oh,
sure.
I tweaked so hard.
But so okay, so did you get in trouble?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they brought me to the police officer, school liaison, his
Mhm.
office. So it's a real cop.
Yeah.
And he breathalyzed me and I blew a .13 at 11 in the morning. And and that is
At
like
11 a.m. at high school, in school, a .13.
4 hours after drinking
What the fuck were you drinking?
vodka. I don't
Just
fucking
straight
know.
vodka?
I think so.
No,
It was
dude,
in a water
fucking
bottle.
high school was ridiculous. I remember literally selling vodka water bottles to each other, and it was like the grossest vodka that you could find.
That's
Blue
what it
raspberry
was.
Svedka,
Yeah.
like the nasty shit.
So gross.
Fucking put it in a water bottle, gone.
Either way, for some reason, our mind was set on getting drunk that morning and we accomplished it. But as soon as I took that breathalyzer, I started having a panic attack. I'm texting my mom and I'm like, "I'm so sorry, you're right." Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, multiple messages, like at least 10 of them. And I'm like, "You were right. I don't know why I did that this morning. I'm drunk. I'm getting a minor. I've got in trouble. I'm going through my school issued iPad and I'm deleting everything off of it. I deleted all my apps that day off all of my devices, my phone, my iPad. And this is before like we had requirements at school that we could only have, or like they put the blocks on the apps that we could only have these amount of apps. And because it was our first year with them.
Yeah, we had like Snapchat blocked on ours.
Yeah, but
Me
our
too.
first year we didn't.
Right, we did it, and then once we were like menaces, taking pictures
Yeah.
of the teachers and shit, they were like, "Fuck this," took it away. Yeah,
Yeah,
same
and
thing with
people
me.
were playing like Clash of Clans.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yes. So we got everything
Dude, there's
revoked.
nothing funnier than when you were sitting in class and someone's iPad volume was all the way up and you just heard the Clash thing come on. Then
Uh-huh. So I have all the apps at this point on
Right.
my iPad and I'm deleting everything off of this. And this bitch, sorry, you're actually a pretty nice lady. She comes into the I was just drunk and mad.
she's
So-
so gonna watch this.
No, but in case. She comes into the office or the officer's office and she's like watching me do all the police officer guy had been watching me do all this, didn't say a word. She comes in for like a split second. She's like, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm deleting everything off my iPad." I just was straight up with her. And she goes, "Give me that," and tries to take it out of my hands.
Ooh,
I look right at her, I go, "Fuck off."
you just actually said that?
Yes. I go, I go, "Fuck off." And the officer, he's a really nice guy. His daughter went to school here.
Oh my god.
Like honestly, like I do like that guy. Like he's a good officer, especially because he looks right at her and he goes, just leave her alone." Because I'm seriously like
Right.
having a panic attack and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm deleting everything off all of my stuff. And she's trying to fight me at the same time.
Right.
And I'm like, literally eat a dick. Like, fuck off. I look right at her and I'm like, this is none of your fucking, what are you doing in here? Where did you come from? I was so mad. I'm like, in what world am I going to give you this iPad right now? If anything, I'm going to break this over the desk before I give it to you. Like, clearly there's a reason that I need it. Like, there wasn't, that's the thing. There wasn't really anything on there that I was like, I got to delete this now, but I didn't want.
No risks.
And then, oh God, it only gets worse. This actually makes me, this part I'm a little upset about. Like, I was mad at myself for it.
Okay.
So I get a minor and they told me I was suspended for 2 days. So I'm like, oh,
That it could have been worse. That could have been way worse. Holy shit. You
Extra
literally got a
long.
minor, like literally breaking the law, got a minor, but they said 2 days. You got lucky, Loki.
extra long spring break.
My sister got suspended for sending my teacher an email.
We'll come back to that. Let me finish this. My dad comes and picks me up. We didn't say a single thing on the way home. I get home and immediately they're like, put your phone and your iPad and all this like on the counter. And she's trying to talk to me. And I'm like, you know what I just blew. Like, I'm clearly drunk. Why are we talking about this right now? But
Fucked up.
we get in a fight when I get home. And middle of the fight, seriously, honest to God, middle of the fight, I go throw up in the toilet.
Oh my God. Dude, what grade were you in during this?
Sophomore.
Blowing a .13 at 16 years old is crazy. Actually being able to
I
function
know.
and like be at school at
Yeah.
16 years old, dude, I would have blacked. That would have given me alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Back in that day, oh my God.
Well, I already been drinking for like 2 years at this point.
Oh my God.
Um,
I took my first sip of alcohol. Okay, not my first sip, but I got drunk for the first time at 16.
oh,
You were getting sloshed at school. I was getting drunk off my dad's Bud Lights in the fridge.
oh, we all got to start somewhere. So, okay. So I get in this fight with my mom, and at one point, I guess it got heated. And I go and I try to take my iPad and my phone off the counter, and she doesn't let me. But then I go and I run out of the garage.
Oh, you're gonna run away at your grown age.
I did a little bit. I
Oh, shut
honestly
up.
ran. Oh, it's honest to God, only gets worse. I ran out of the garage door and kept going. And my siblings apparently were home at this point and they were like following me. But I made it all the way to this one girl's house that I knew. And from that house, she wasn't even there, but her parents were. And I asked her mom, because her mom was like kind of on like kids' side. So
Yeah.
I was like, I know she'll let me do this. So I asked her mom, I'm like, hey, can I use your phone to call Maddie, who I'm supposed to go to Mexico with the following day?
Yeah.
And so I call Maddie, and Maddie gives me my boyfriend's at the time like number. And so I call him, and he comes and picks me up from this house. And he had like golf practice or something. So he brings me to my other friend Madison's house. And I get there, and on the way there, actually, when we stopped at his house to go get his golf clubs, my mom called him and was like, I know you're with Maddie right now. I need you to hand her the phone. And he goes, I'm not with her. And she's like, I know you're with Maddie right now. Before I call the cops and send me to your house, I need you
Oh
to.
my God.
I'm almost positive that's how the conversation went. I could be completely wrong,
That's crazy.
but he puts me on the phone at this point. And she's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm on my way to Madison's house. Like, you can come get me from here. I get to Madison's house. Maddie was there at Madison's. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Because at this point, my mom's like, we're not going to Mexico tomorrow. And so I'm telling Maddie, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't really know what to do. I'm like, I don't know why I did this morning and whatever. My mom picks me up. And then I got home, went to sleep this time.
Yep. Good.
And she had called the cops.
Your mom called the cops?
Yeah.
On who?
Me.
For what? You would have got a minor.
To be fair, she was scared.
Well, what did she call for? Like,
I don't
you're
know.
missing? Or
But
like,
they-
what was it?
But they were at the house when we got back there.
And what did they do?
He was like, you know that you can get 2 minors in one day, right? Like,
Oh, fuck.
I didn't
even know that.
I didn't.
I didn't know that either.
From what I know now, I think that was more of a scare tactic. I think you can only get 2 minors in one day if you drink more after you get the first one.
Yeah, that would make sense.
If you blow higher later in the night,
Yeah, that would make
whatever,
sense.
you can get another one. But if you blow lower, because I wasn't continuing to drink, but like, I don't know what he was doing, but he was at my house when I got there.
That's horrible.
Yeah, yeah. It was not a good day. I mean, the part at school is funny to me at this point. The part
No, that's-
after school,
Comedy as hell. And then that just sounds like I felt like I was just like watching a movie in my head. Like I was imagining that whole thing. Like that was like crazy.
the part after school was not fun. And then the
Yeah.
okay, so
Did you
we
go to
had-
Mexico?
yes, we ended up going to Mexico. It was a fun trip, but one of the days we all drank. One of the days,
What's the drinking age in Mexico though? Oh wait, 18. Doesn't matter. You were
18.
16. God, Jesus Christ.
Either way, we were still getting served at
Yep.
their resort,
Right.
and we came back, and my mom clearly knew that me and Maddie were drunk,
Mm-hmm.
and she wasn't happy with that. But I'm like, she's already really upset with me.
Right.
Like, how much
Fuck it, we
worse is
ball.
it gonna get? Yeah. I like, if
Fucking we
anything,
ball.
this is a way better excuse than the day before spring break.
Like
Like,
for
I'm
sure.
on spring break,
Yeah. In
and
Mexico, only
they
2
just-
years away from the drinking age, not 5.
they just happened to serve us.
Right.
I don't know. So it was kind of a big deal at the time, like with people, because Prior Lake is Prior Lake.
Yeah.
It was not a fun time at Prior Lake for me.
Yeah.
And then me and the other girl missed 2 days of school.
Yep.
And it was clearly the both of us that were doing it, and everyone knew it at that point. Like, I saw people at the airport when we were on our way to Mexico that were 3 years older than me that I just like mutually knew them. And I stopped by and I was like, oh my God, like, what's up? And they were like, did you get a minor yesterday at school? And I was
Oh
like,
my God,
"Oh."
you were definitely just talking town for a minute.
I know. It
Yeah,
was
100%.
bad.
Nothing that scandalous ever happened at my high school. Nothing like that. The only shit that happened at Farmington that was like insane stories were like literal like threats. People that like had sex in like the stairwells.
Oh, we had that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then lots of like fights and like drugs and crazy shit.
I feel like I might be wrong. I might have just saw the different part of Prior Lake that I saw, but I feel like we didn't have a ton of fights. Like, I saw a few here and there, but
Oh my God.
nothing compared to like,
We had
the-
so many.
that's the thing, like other people I talk to or the kids that I work for now, like in the area of Mankato, and they talk
Yeah.
about them. I'm like, holy shit, I
We, like-
never ever had that experience
We literally
whatsoever.
had like this like underlying thing that everybody knew what it meant. So there was like where the Farmington Tigers, we had a tiger paw on the ground. Like it was like, so say the upstairs stairs connect to the downstairs stairs. It's a very busy traffic area. It's like the center of where all the kids are walking. And then school was done at 3:05. If somebody ever
Same.
texted you, oh my God, that's crazy. But if somebody ever texted you, meet me at the tiger paw at 3:05.
Oh,
It was going down all the time, and everybody would say Tiger Pot 3:05. You knew there was going to be a fight. It was always right
No.
there, same spot every time, which was right in front of the office too, which didn't make sense. Like people
That's
wouldn't even take
weird.
it outside. It was always Tiger Pot 3:05.
never really knew of the Tiger Paws being a main central
Yep,
fight
the
place.
Tiger Paw was the place to fight. I wonder if it
Literal
still
fight
is.
club.
God, I would just love to know if that was still the spot to fight.
That's
Literal fight
crazy.
club. Damn, that story is actually insane though, dude. I
Oh.
never got a minor. Like praise the Lord, praise Jesus, hallelujah.
That was the thing. That was the only one I ever got.
That sucks. You did it to yourself though, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, 100%. That was
Like
so
you went to
stupid.
school drunk.
Yeah,
You're
you
the
wanna know-
only one drunk in a whole crowd of fucking kids. You think no one's gonna notice?
you want to know the
Funny
worst
as hell.
part? Not even the okay. This was just another bad part of it. Was that we drove my car to the school. Clearly, I wasn't driving that shit home. My
Uh-huh.
dad, my dad had to take me the next day and go pick up my car at the fucking school.
Nice.
Even though I was grounded from it for like,
Right.
I wasn't even given a date. I wasn't given a date of when I would get that back.
Your parents were like, you're done. You're fucking
Uh-huh.
done.
Uh-huh. And then I
Damn.
totaled it. And then I totaled that same car like 2 months later.
Nice.
I was a sneaky little high schooler.
Yeah, you definitely were.
Uh-huh.
100%. Oh my God. Okay.
Honestly, all humbling experiences for me. Do you have any like straight like humbling experience or like embarrassing drinking experience or like anything? I've been talking for a long time.
Yeah, no, there's one that comes right to my mind when you say that. It's like this maybe might even be my most embarrassing and my most humbling story. So this one is definitely not as long as yours, but like to give the gist. So I was talking to this dude. I had like just got out of my last relationship. I met this dude at the bar. Thought he was cool. I really knew like nothing about him. He was a very mysterious dude. And I think that's why I was so like intrigued. I was like, who is he? Like he doesn't post online. He doesn't talk to a lot of people. I'm like, I just met this dude at the bar. He's cute. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm interested. And so like we were talking, we were hanging out for like 3 months.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
like actually, okay,
Yes. Like,
okay. In your head, classified as rebound or no?
oh, that was 100% a rebound. That was the first weekend I went to the bar single. But so anyway, this story is involving this dude. This comes to like the end of the 3 months we were talking to when we fell out. So basically, I had found out like probably like a week before this happened that he had another girl at his house. And I am just not the type of person. I get that we're not dating. I get we're not exclusive, but I don't want to fuck with you if you're fucking with other people. Like that's the type of person I am. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want to be a second option. I don't want to feel like I'm in competition. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, facts,
You know what I
facts,
mean?
facts.
It's not gonna happen.
Facts.
Like I'm gonna
This-
be your only girl, or I'm gonna be no
Especially-
one.
Especially because you're my fucking rebound. Come on.
Exactly. Like he was not, bro. Literally, he's what helped me get over my year-long relationship that I was in right before I met him. Like
Mhm,
100%.
mhm.
And so I found out he was fucking with another girl, basically because he was texting me. We were supposed to hang out this night, and he goes, "Hey, it's actually gonna be really late. I don't think I can hang out tonight because my cousin is at my house."
Sus.
Right? So sus. And so I already didn't believe him. And I was on FBI mode. I'm like going on the Instagram. I'm trying to find his cousins. I start asking him questions. I go, "Who's your cousin? What's her name?" He goes, "You wouldn't know her." I said,
FBI.
literally
FBI.
FBI mode. And so I go, well, okay. I said, "Who's your cousin?" And he said, "You wouldn't know them." So then I said, "Is it a boy or a girl?" And he said, "It's a girl." And I was like, "Okay. What school is she visiting from? Where's she go?" He tells me Duluth. I was like, "Okay." So I start stalking this man. I go
Go
through his whole
Dogs.
following. I'm trying to find girls like that kind of look like him that go to Duluth. I don't know. I was looking. I thought I found the girl too, and I was wrong, unfortunately. But the only reason why I came to the bottom of this FBI investigation is because one of my best friends was dating his roommate. And so when he told me that his cousin was over, I did a little drive-by. I mean, he was my neighbor. We all lived in College Town. He was right by my house.
As you should.
So I did a
As you
drive-by.
fucking should.
I looked up in his window, dark outside, lights are on in the window, blinds are open. I see him up in his room with another bitch.
No.
They're standing together in the room,
No.
and I see them, and I was like, "Ain't no way." And so I called my friend, that is the roommate's girlfriend. My friend is dating his roommate. So I call her, and I'm like, "Girl, you need to get your ass over there. You need to do a little FBI investigation for me. You need to go. You need to go." And she's like, "On it." She's over there immediately. We're plotting and scheming. She's like, "I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna put my phone on FaceTime in the back pocket. I'm gonna walk in with it on FaceTime." And so exactly what she does, she walks in. All I hear is like her introduce herself. I heard her say her name. So then that's all I needed though. Immediately, Instagram, FBI, look her up. I'm like, she doesn't go to Duluth. I literally looked at her Instagram. She goes here. She goes here. I was like, okay, so he's lying. So I was like, okay, so girl, sit there and film, take a picture, tell me anything that you need to tell me. She goes, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry to tell you this, but they're not cousins. Unless this man is doing incest and kissing his cousin."
Well, to be fair, I
They're not
hope they're not cousins.
They weren't cousins. 100% they were not cousins. And so she's like, "Yep, they just kissed in the kitchen and they're dancing together to music." And then he literally grabbed her and said, "Shh, don't tell Gretchen." So obviously she tells me immediately. And so I know this information. And it's like, I sat on there and I slept on it. And I'm like, whatever. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to talk to this guy. I'm going to pretend like everything's normal. The next day we're at the bar. He comes up to me after I've seen him all night. I've been ignoring him, ducking, dodging, dipping, diving,
Undercover.
ignoring his ass. And it took a long time, but he finally came up to me and was like, "If you don't want to talk to me, you can just tell me." And I was like, "How was your cousin last night?" Literally, I just looked at him and I was like, "How was your cousin last night?" And he was like, "Good. What do you mean?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, you be kissing your cousin?"
Gross. Ew. There's no good way to respond to that. Ew. Disgusting.
I was like, you be kissing your cousin?" And he was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I literally quoted what my friend said. I was like, "Don't tell Gretchen." He was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And so then I'm like, obviously bringing her into it. I'm like, "You told her this and blah, 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 major T, whatever." And so we're beefing. I left. I was like, we got that beef out and whatever. Next, the weekend comes. I'm still salty about it, obviously. And so then I go to the bar. I see Vans there with the so-called cousin.
Gross. Because at this point, he's making you think it's his cousin.
I
So you're like,
know.
what the fuck is
And
your cousin doing here?
It's still an ongoing joke that if I ever see her, I'm like, hey, that's his cousin.
Oh my
That's his cousin.
God.
Ongoing joke.
Gross.
Ongoing joke. But like,
Why
so
would you say that about someone that clearly will continue to see?
exactly.
Was she in on it?
No, he was. So I'm gonna get to that. He was just
Okay.
a fucking liar, and
Okay,
that was
get
his
to it.
cover up. And so, okay, yeah, I see him at the bar with the so-called cousin, right? I'm angry. I'm like, I'm petty. I'm drunk. I need to do something. I need to do something. So I get like, I'm with another friend at the bar. We get in on it. No, we didn't even plot and scheme this exactly. I was just like, dude, I want to tell her. But this wasn't planned at all. So I'm sitting there talking to the friend that I'm with and her boyfriend, and he actually started it. He started it. He looks over at us and is like, why the fuck are you looking at me? Blah, 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 blah. As I'm just sitting there like talking with my friend's boyfriend. Why are you looking at me? And then I'm like, oh, I need to go to town. Like,
it's my
it's-
time to jump in.
It's fight night. It's time. And
If he's
so-
gonna jump in, I
Right.
gotta.
because then my friend's boyfriend started beefing with him and he's like, I'm not fucking looking at you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And whatever. And so then I take this time while they're beefing to go up to the cousin. And she's like already like also kind of listening to him about like, why are you looking at me? Like, who's this bitch? Like, she needs to be hostile.
Like she's gotta be just in the dark.
Exactly. And she's got a friend with her that's like ready to fight me. She comes up to
Oh.
my face and she's like, yeah, bitch, what the fuck is going on? You want to fight? And I'm like, no, baby, no, I don't want to fight you. I just want to let you know that he said you guys were cousins.
Oh God, gross. Ew.
She
If
lost her
anyone-
mind.
If anyone ever referred to me as the cousin
Yep.
or oh
Yep. No,
God.
she lost her fucking mind, and her friend that was trying to swing on me all of a sudden too, just total mood switch. What?
Wait.
Like they were going from trying to like beat me to be like, wait, girl, what?
no.
And I was like, yeah, baby, yeah. So I pull up the text. I'm like, yep, I'm sorry, but this is the night you were with him, right? Called you his cousin. Look,
Saw
it's,
you
it's
through the
all right
window.
there. I know. I'm like, I saw it. I'm like, it's all right there. I'm like, girl, he said you were his cousin. And then like she goes immediately to confront him. And she's like, you said we were fucking cousins? And he's just so trying to lie, so trying to gaslight. Oh, I never fucking said that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and blah blah blah. And so this is where my most humbling part kicks in. So I'm mad. I'm seeing him and her and him saying, I never said this. I never
Hold
said
on.
you were cousins.
I forgot we were even going to humbling. I'm so invested.
You know, this shit is dramatic as fuck. This shit's crazy. But so he's like, I never said that, whatever. And so this is when I get mad. I have got a drink in my hand,
Mhm.
obviously. So
Yeah.
he says, I never said that. And I'm like, oh, you never fucking said that? You
Like-
never said that? I literally have the proof right here, babe.
That's crazy.
Right.
I've been thinking you're a fucking cousin fucker for the
Right.
last 3 weeks.
That's so funny you say that because that's what we all call him still to this day.
Oh, little cousin fucker.
Yep. But so yeah, I never said that. I never said that.
Mm.
I took that fucking drink in my hand and I threw that shit in his face. I threw that shit in his face. And immediately after I threw that shit in his face, all of his little homies targeted me.
Gross.
I got probably 3 drinks dumped over my head at the same time.
Gross.
At this point, I'm livid. I'm drunk. I'm screaming.
Because now you're just soaking wet.
I'm wet as fuck. All the videos and my snaps from this night, my hair is drenched. Like literally just fucked. I just looked fucked. But so my friend I was with, once I threw my drink on him, she threw hers too. She saw me and she was like, real ride or die. And she's like, "Yeet." The cousin's friend.
Not
pushed-
actually the cousin.
Yep, not actually the cousin, but the friend that was trying to beef with me, she took my friend, pushed her up against the fence, and punched her in the face. My friend's drink got on the cousin's friend, so she
Oh
punched her in
my
the face. She took it really personal, so she shoved her against the fence, punched her in the face.
Oh, come
But
on.
At
Clearly
the
that
same
wasn't-
time, I know, but at the same time, random dude I've never seen before in my life is like backing me up. He comes and grabs me like by the arms and just starts dragging me. Like my hands are behind my back, I'm like, fuck you, like talking all my shit. I'm getting dragged out of the bar. He carries me like all the way down to like the end of the sidewalk. I just fell down to the ground and started break down crying. I was like, that was the most fucked up fucking thing that I've ever witnessed in my life. That was so fucked up. I'm soaking wet. I was wearing a white skirt that night too, a brand new cute white skirt I had just bought, and I got like 3 drinks poured over my head. And I guess whatever, because I threw in first, but like, oh my God, so
But
humbling.
no,
Like-
because first of all, you were never in the wrong.
I know, but like fell to the ground, just started bawling, lost my mind. This dude that I've never like met before is like trying to comfort me, trying to help me out. And I'm just like, I need to go home. I need to leave. I need to leave. I'm like on the sidewalk with a random dude, and he's like, yeah, my friends were actually about to pick me up. You can just hop in. We'll take you home. And I'm like, okay. You know, I'm drunk. I'm humbled. I'm embarrassed. So I get in the car, and luckily they were nice guys, and they did bring me home and they dropped me off. But like, that was so humbling. And then my friend that got punched followed along a little later. Like I got home before her, and she came in and she was like, I didn't even know she got punched at this point because I was so caught up in like the drink and me getting dumped on and me getting carried out. And then she comes and she tells me, she's like, I just got punched in the face for you, bitch. She's like, I love you. I'm on your ride or die. I just took a sock straight to the face from this girl.
God, I want to get punched in the face so bad.
Oh my God, I don't. I've never felt more humbled in my life than when I was getting carried out of the bar, hands behind my back. Like,
By
and then I
some
just, by some random dude.
mystery
Right.
man.
But then like, but that was the thing too. All
But
the
also-
announcers were outside and they were like, leave, you need to go. You need to leave, just go.
Like we're not necessarily kicking you out, but I just feel like
Right.
it's about your time. Of
Yeah,
the night.
like, they
You
were
just
like-
gotta go.
They were like, go, just go.
it's for your best interest. I feel like maybe you just kind of need to go.
Yep.
home.
They were like, leave, get out of here. And so then I've
Not
never
that,
felt
like-
so humbled.
Yeah.
Like basically kicked out. I'm on the ground with some dude I've never met before. I get in the car full of guys I've never met before. They drop me off at home. The first thing I hear when I get home is that I got my best friend punched in the face. That is definitely the most humbling I've ever felt in my life. Because when I like fell down on the sidewalk too, I didn't like fall, but I like took myself to the ground because I was crying, but I like cut my legs up. It was embarrassing. And I'm like with all these people I don't know. And all the guys are probably like, why did you just take some girl in the car that just got in a bar fight with some dude? Like, why are we driving her home? You know, like it was embarrassing.
It's like it's just your aura. He wanted to take you.
I
He
know.
just had to.
He was like
just
my guardian angel in that moment.
He's like
He was
she
there
just
for me.
She just looks like she needs help.
He was there.
Those are the people that come to you at your worst, and you're like, thank you, because I have no idea who the fuck you are.
I know.
but I appreciate that. You are the best. I love you.
No, literally.
Please drive me home every weekend. I know you don't want to, but come on.
The guardian angel, like I needed in that moment.
And also, why have I never met you before?
Like, no, literally.
It's always the most random fucking people.
Just save me. But then I added him on Snapchat. We were like cool for a little bit. He just unadded
Yeah.
me recently. So
Oh, what the?
maybe it wasn't meant to be guardian angel, but like, you know what I mean? He saved me that night and I appreciate him still to this day. But
He was a temp.
it was. What a humbling fucking episode.
You know what? This wasn't where we were gonna take the episode at all.
No, it
At
wasn't.
all.
We had a complete different layout.
I think that the stories that we were going to talk about in this episode, they definitely need to be mentioned.
Oh,
later on,
100%. We'll get into it later. But like,
because they're some of my favorite stories to tell.
right. Like this.
Not my favorite stories, but my favorite stories.
But they're
to
so
tell.
good. They're so good. Like this right here's the reason why we started this podcast. Like we have so much to talk about, so many stories, and
Even
they're all gonna be coming to you guys. So
even the one that we talked about today, I just forgot that not everyone knows about that. And that one,
right.
I'm gonna say that one's top 3 of my
No,
favorite
yeah,
stories
that's
to
a
tell.
that was a really good one. Yeah. So yeah, that was our like most humbling drinking experiences.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super dupes humbled. Holy shit.
me too, girl. I feel it. So
I like your story.
I liked yours too. All right, we're running out of time here, so this is where we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for listening to our second episode. We will be uploading again a week from today on Wednesday at 5. This is the 507 Girls signing out.
No,
See y'all next week.
I love you. I love you. Goodbye.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thanks for watching, guys.